Asientos was founded by Señor Francisco and Señor Diego de Ibarra in 1548, a time when colonizers were obsessed with the search for gold. According to historian Carlos Medina, many of them still thought they would find India, and it took them a few years to discover that the American continent was not an island. That desire to find minerals led to the birth of several settlements. The municipality owes its name to Diego de Ibarra, a Spanish conquistador who dedicated himself to seeking wealth in the territory of New Spain. He not only helped this town, but also several others, including Zacatecas, which are located on what later became known as the Ruta de la Plata, the Silver Road. Asientos owes a great deal to the discoveries of veins of silver in Zacatecas. Had it not been for these finds, the region's economy would not have skyrocketed, and the surrounding settlements would likely remain desolate wastelands. Mining detonated the economy of New Spain. Many indigenous people and Spaniards who came from the center and south of the country, today Mexico City, traveled to the area to find work, either in the mines or haciendas. The territory was not easy to conquer. The Spanish and indigenous converts had to fight a bloody battle against the Chichimecas to be able to exploit the land. The tribes that inhabited the site were very fierce and difficult to subdue. In some places, the conquerors had to negotiate with them, since they could not defeat them. But every war has an end, and the Chichimecas lasted until the 1600s. In 1647, the exploitation of mining began. From this moment, Asientos had great economic and demographic progress. That was reaffirmed with the arrival of Agustin Mella, a mestizo Gambusino native of San Luis Potosi, who certified the mining potential of the region in 1706. Due to the rise of this activity, Asientos developed in such a way that it had, at the time, more inhabitants than the city of Aguascalientes, which generated agricultural development since food was required for the workers and pack animals. In addition, small factories were founded that were dedicated to the production of fabrics, sheets, and blankets. The mines of Asientos did not produce as much silver as those of Zacatecas, but an equally important material was extracted: magisterial copper, a basic ingredient for refining and processing silver. Around the year 1789, mining activities were stopped for the first time, to the extent that it was decided to sell the mines. Partially because of the War of Independence, it was not opened again until 1892, when Don Rafael de Sagredo announced the foundation of the Union Restoration Company, which sometime later was sold to the North American Company, which in turn sold it to the American Smelting Company, owned by the Guggenheim brothers, who were also the owners of the Fundición Central Mexicana in Aguascalientes. They worked the mine for 10 years, from 1902, reaching annual productions of up to 250 tons of materials that contained good-grade silver. The Santa Francisca mine was one of the richest silver deposits in the area. Around this time, the region acquired an important economic and demographic dynamic, but due to the revolutionary armed movement, the works were again interrupted. The mines remained completely abandoned until 1961, when Albert Dewar, a well-known businessman in Aguascalientes and benefactor of Asientos, owner of the metal company, set up the El Ojito mine, started up in February of the same year. Along with San Jose de Gracia and Rincón de Romos, Asientos is one of the 3 municipalities of Aguascalientes that has mines and is the most important in terms of mining activity. Much of this revitalization occurred in the early 21st century, when the Frisco Mining Consortium, owned by the tycoon Carlos Slim, was established. Numerous exploitations were reactivated, such as the San Francisco mine, which had remained abandoned for almost a century. The company is mainly dedicated to the production of doré bars, a kind of ingot with gold and silver contents. These new times forced the inhabitants to abandon activities such as agriculture and livestock to make way for industry and commerce. In addition to mining, commerce is the most important economic activity in the municipality. Both sectors concentrate 60% of the population. In the history of Asientos, its haciendas play a very important past, such as the case for the Hacienda de Asientos. Of the old wealth of Asientos, some vestiges remain in the town, such as old colonial houses with worn facades of Our Lady of Bethlehem. Likewise, the Sanctuary of Guadalupe, with its large atriums and ancient arcades, or temples such as the Parish of Our Lady of Guadalupe, which keep artistic paintings from the colonial era within its walls. Walking through its cobbled streets, admiring the facades of the houses and churches of Real de Asientos is undoubtedly an activity that transports the walker to the previous 4 centuries. Given this, it is inevitable to think that the passage of time has done little to alter this charming town. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I have many more videos of Aguascalientes, including the various historical neighborhoods, as well as the different things you can do in and out of the city, like going on hikes or enjoying some of the local cuisine. You can find all those videos in the playlist that is linked in the description below this video. You'll also find a link to another playlist of when I bicycled through Mexico. That was part of a larger trip, bicycling through Latin America. I've also bicycled through Eastern Africa and Central and Eastern Europe, and I have playlists for all those countries that I've bicycled through available on this very same YouTube channel, Hum of the Earth. Alternatively, if you'd like to see an interactive map of everywhere that I've been and all the things that I got to see and do, I have that interactive map available over on my website, followthehumoftheearth.com. where you can click on the different locations and see all the blog posts and videos that I've made of those places. And if you'd like to follow my continuing adventures through Mexico and beyond, you can do so by clicking on the red subscribe button and clicking on the bell to be notified when new videos come out. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.